Hi, Sag. This is for all Sagittariuses, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for your tarot for December. Tarot or Oracle, because to be honest, until I turn around, I just don't know who's going to be talking. But with that being said, this is for all Sagittariuses for the month of December. I am getting off the bat. Something's going on with feelings and affection. Feelings, affection, passion, action, or aggression. And some of this is either judgment on you or self-judgment. But either way, it's coming from the heart. So it's coming from the heart of your own heart, of your own self-judgment, on your own feelings and affection and passion, action, aggression, your inner fires, or the way someone's viewing you is what I'm getting. But this is also going to be dealing for you directly. It's also going to be dealing with some of your inner emotional security attached to some of that judgment on those feelings and affection and action. Your sensitivities to it is what I'm getting. Along with self-worth, communication, and reincarnation for yourself. Tapping into your ethics and your morals, and your ambitions, and that humanitarian interest sides of you. And where all of this is redirecting or reshaping your real self. I'm feeling like you're coming out of some, or coming into mental clearnesses, like clearing your mental status. And with me sneezing, that's removing negativity. So that's a clearing out. Yeah. And with me having trouble right now, this is most likely having to do with areas of yourself that you're having problems clearing out. As well as physically, truly, in the material world, coming into realization of it here on the third dimensional level. Some of this may be, some subconscious energies. I want to say subconscious, but it's like it, is what I'm getting. It's like you know it, you just don't want to know it. Like what I always say is the skeletons in the closet. But this is a level of shape shifting for you. This is it's funny because I'm thankful, Spirit, for what you do. I don't understand how furniture means to me, shape shifting, but that's what it does. But yeah, and new messages that you're telling yourself, or that you're coming into communication with yourself about. About your own true creativity, and allowing that inner child to truthfully be able to breathe and have fun and enjoy being the real you. Allowing parts of that true real self to rise within groups of friends, memberships, community. Areas that you kind of fear showing yourself is what I get. Areas that it seems like you fear being really yourself with. Maybe it's the community around you. And some sacral chakra energy about how you feel about yourself, duh. I'm sorry, the way I had to double check something and it was Just so easy that I couldn't figure it out. Some sacral chakra healing. And I always say sacral chakra is, they're saying for personal interests. Sacral chakra coming into your creativity about your own personal interests and how you feel about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, where will that allow you to take some of your self-expression and some of your personal hobbies and your personal interests, and what will you then do with it? Because you believe, you have that confidence in yourself. You're being able to invest in that sacral chakra and what it is able to create, which ultimately just raises all of the rest of your personal judgment, is really what I'm getting right before I even get into the cards. But let's see. Tough. It's funny. I don't know why, but I feel like sharing it. Maybe there's a reason for it. If I feel like sharing it, most likely there's a reason for somebody out there who needs to hear this. It's funny because I have always called this god Thoth. But my best friend recently died right before Halloween. If you followed any of our old shows, they are still on podcasts. You can go back and find them for Otherland Dreams. But my best friend was Hill Hippie. And we would fight over this all the time because I would always call it Thoth and he always called it Toth. Or this god. And now that he's gone, all of a sudden I want to only call it Toth. And I don't know why that is, other than it is. So, I mean, I have no idea why I needed to share that with you, but apparently for somebody, that actually means something. Or help you come into a different realization of things that change. I don't know. That change is okay. I don't know. Alrighty. What is going on for Sagittarius? Something keeps pointing me to responsibilities. Authority, responsibilities, humanitarian interests. Maybe being responsible to yourself and the outer community about it. I don't know. The very first thing out is the Four of... What is this? The Four of Swords. It's considered truce. It speaks to us of air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It is equal forces of balance being taken at the moment. It is a timeout needed for successful situations to come into play. This is slow down for a moment, reassess, take a truce. And really start to look at things. And I just heard for your own personal foundations. This is art in this deck, which would be Temperance. And it goes perfectly with it. Take a truce. Take a time of temperance. Take a time of self-realization and coming into self-love. It is fire and water mingling. It is the revolution within oneself. It speaks to us of spiritual purification and growth. This is also a Sagittarius card. So this is you. This is you coming into a moment of truce within yourself. Coming into this moment of fire and water and revolution inside of yourself. Something else. Hold up. Then you have the Six of Swords. This is science. Things could be getting better. Taking that time for that, for that temperance to come through, that inner truth, allowing things to get better, to see the truth. This is also air signs. Could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Learning through the experiences. This is Aquarius and Mercury. So this is more Aquarius than the others. It's learning through trial and error. willingness to learn through that revolution, through that time of change and softness of, like quietness with yourself. Give yourself that temperance, because, and that's a good thing, because with that, you're getting the Queen of Discs. And the Queen of Discs is technically considered the Queen of Pentacles. So she is definitely mothering. She is nurturing. She is, influencing what you are conjuring. She is helping you to partner with the wealth, with the prosperity that you are trying to bring to you. I got the goat here in this deck. And anytime I see the goats, anytime I see those horns, this is also speaking to me about a Taurus, an Aries, or a Capricorn in general. It is a Capricorn in this energy, but I'm getting all three. She is definitely setting a new foundation, a new security, a new structure, something she's bringing into tangible reality, all because of this temperance, taking this time. So something definitely new is coming forward for you in some form or another, which is definitely a good thing. This is growth. This is maturity. But what just flew out, what flew out was, what is this? This is the eight of discs, which is 8 of pentacles. This image is on many cards. This is prudence. This is, that vine is not quite ready for its ripening yet. So this is taking that moment in time, that stillness in time, and allowing it to mature and grow, which is definitely saying you're not ready just yet. Allow this month, or at least the beginning of the month, to start setting you in that direction. Allow that temperance to work for you. Then you are having the 2 of discs, which is as above, so below. Bring it from above and down into the physical world. This is creating that above and so below. Allowing the Queen of Discs to actually manifest it and bring it into reality. This is also inside and out. This is learning to go with the flow while you are figuring that out. I missed that, if you don't mind. Morals. Morals and a spiritual, soulful belief, allowing them to shift and change, because what I'm getting is religion. So this could be, coming into your true depths and allowing that to remold into what it is you really do believe, and it's showing you your own true way, which will also be changing the reputation, because of the hidden self is coming up into the consciousness, into the view of life. And then we'll be shifting those goals and ambitions accordingly, is what I'm being given. And we'll make karmic debts be paid. Bringing the lovers in. Now, again, the lovers could be a brand new start in something, a brand new beginning. It could be you coming back to yourself, and then it could be lovers. It could be a brand new relationship of some form, or it could be a relationship that's a divine union of some form coming to you. But something about this is definitely a divine setup. Whether it's you coming back to yourself and getting to know your divine self a little bit better, a brand new beginning, a brand new divine setup with someone else, whether it's, friend related, work related, or actually a relationship related, but something is definitely coming in. And with that being said, let's shift right on. We're gonna, in a second, we're gonna shift right on over to the up close and personal relationships. But when this card comes out, this is, you must realize you create your own reality in all levels of the lovers. You create your own reality with your actions and your thinking. And then you bring that into the actual manifestation. And for some reason, I'm being told to shuffle now. So what's going on in the up close and personal relationships themselves? What is going on in the up close and personal relationships themselves? What is going on in the up close and personal relationships themselves? Okay, moved. What is going on for Sagittarius in the up close and personal relationships? This could be love interest. This could be family. This could be children. This could be parents. It just depends on what spirit is trying to direct out. But what I'm getting is liberation. Liberation over sorrow. First off is coming out the King of Cups. King of Cups can be very misleading. I'm not King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. He can be misleading. He can be led very emotionally, whether it's good or bad. It is technically... It is fire and water. It is Pisces or a Leo. It is coming over the insecurities, the immaturity. Very charming. Doesn't stay long. Misleading. Very emotionally inclined. Here, gone. Feels like Sagittarius energy. And I don't mean that you guys don't love. What I do mean is you're like, and next, and next. Oh, now I'm interested in that. So we'll go that way. I mean, you guys are just like the arrow flying through the air. I often and I'm not trying to put you down. I compare you to if you took the arrow and you launched it. But before you launched it, if you put a marshmallow on the end of that arrow and you caught that on fire and you sent it off, you may lose pieces along the way. And that is what Sagittarius is. You're very interested and often on the go. You know, I feel very much that kind of energy, but this could also be misleading because it is very emotionally inclined. It is insecure. It is immature. That does not mean that I think that is Sagittarius, but this could be Leo and fire as well. This could be Leo and Pisces as well. Needing reassurance is what this card is. And then I'm getting the Prince of Swords is coming with it in this relationship zone right now. This is intellectually scattered. This is flexible and penetration. But see, if you can read right there, I wrote on, because I write on all my cards, it's a chariot of air. But what I just saw the card say to me was a chariot of fear. I feel like you've been running through some fear in the relationships. You've been very intellectually scattered in the relationships. Or the relationship itself has been like on, off, on, off. I don't really know. You know. Very insecure, not grounded. Not secure, more or less. What is going on? The Hanged Man. This could be taking a moment, just like the Temperance, to figure out what you really want. This doesn't mean that the relationship is good or bad. It doesn't mean that it's over. It doesn't mean that it will grow. This just means you're not invested because maybe I feel like you're not invested because you don't feel invested. Like you're not feeling invested and you're trying to decide what is important for you to be invested with. This is a level of coming into a foundation of your own wisdom, of your own reproduction of the relationship. It's a soul journey for you. This is Odin, learning to find wisdom within these relationships. And if you don't allow a relationship, there will be no wisdom to be learned either. So, I mean, it's kind of like a trick situation. It's also in Hebrew the foundation of the mem, the fish that swims in the water. All of us are the fish that swim in the water. Just what level of consciousness are you swimming in? The lower consciousness of waters or the higher consciousness of waters? How can you have a soul journey if there's no investment? If it's surrounded by fear and cluttered by breathing it? You're learning how to open up and give something a chance, is what I feel like. Or you're being given the opportunity, the free will, to give something a chance. Yeah, because I'm getting the 5 of Swords, 5 of Defeat. This speaks to you of fear. What was I just saying? Self-sabotage. You know, if you keep self-sabotaging a situation, there will be no relationship. There will be no relationship, whether it's neighbors, family, loved ones, siblings. And if you always are in fear and creating self-sabotage, you know, you're overanalyzing, you're in full disbelief, you cause your own destruction. Then you will also create the Ace of Wands. If you create fire, passion, action, aggression, motivation, investment, what are you creating it in? Fear? Or a chance, an opportunity to learn something? This is something that you're learning. It's a free will choice, but it has everything to do with creative expression. And Spirit is saying it has to do with a karmic lesson for many of you, of learning how to become you, comfortable with you, and allowing somebody else to be part of your life and be with you and see that and love you and be in your life. But there's always that free will chance. You never know what will come, good or bad. But if you live in fear, self-sabotage, then you'll never have a new beginning. Basically. What is going on in... Hold on. Well, according... They already knew I was changing. Because this is the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Discs. This is wealth. This is prosperity, finances, success. It is Taurus. It is Virgo. It is Capricorn. The thing with this card is things could be getting better. You could have all the finances and everything going your way. You could be getting the money. You could be getting the success and the prosperity. But again, this brings me right back to these two very cards. If you're in self-sabotage because you think negatively and you won't allow somebody in, you want to allow your thinking to be positive, you're holding on to a lower negative vibration, then you'll be manifesting that lower vibration. You may be receiving everything you want or you thought you want. And what I mean by that is it spiritually fulfilling? And the relationship, as well as your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your ambitions, and the financial success and career. Is it being filled? Are you receiving everything you asked for, everything you manifested? But is it spiritually and soulfully fulfilling? Or are you just getting the empty fulfillment of what you originally asked for and you're learning that's still not enough because you need to be spiritually fulfilled? What else are we seeing in the goals, the dreams, the ambitions, finances? I am first getting This has everything to do with what I just said. This is the Queen of Cups, but what Spirit says, this has everything to do with your depth, your emotional, soulful, spiritual depths. Are you looking inward towards your depths? Or are you just being materially filled? Because you may be getting everything you want on a material level. The thing is it on a spiritual depth, soulful depth, empathic, intuitive, soulfully, spiritually, the heart? This is the Queen of Love. She's there. Are you speaking to her? This is speaking to you about developing and relating to that inner emotional security. Are you speaking to that love that's there, whether it's the love of yourself or love of someone else that is actually there to help lead you in the right direction? This is a Cancer sign as well. But you are also getting the 9 of Discs, which is gain. This speaks to you of Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. This is good management, financial security. So whether it's love that's carrying on into the goals, dreams, ambitions, and finances, or you're coming into that depth of yourself, it is definitely there for you soulfully to make that wealth and prosperity soulful, not just material. It's there for you. It's just a free will choice. Will you take it? With that being said, what else is going on emotionally on the introverted side of Sagittarius? What's going on the introverted side of Sagittarius? You're learning how to come into your own power. This card is considered, I like to look at this card as if a dragon was flying above, an eagle, whatever, was flying above, it would be looking down at the castle. Because this would be the castle he's looking down upon. This is what is actually tangible. This is growing, stability, Capricorn energy again. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, but I see this as Capricorn, bringing illumination to that castle. Are you really creating your own personal castle? Soulfully, inwardly, inside of you and outside of you. Because this is what this is about right now. This is about being dependable and having integrity. Both. And then the wish card. And finding the happiness that you want and you do deserve. But it all has to do with if you're bringing this into tangible reality, you're overcoming your fears or not, as to if this wish card comes true. I love you guys. Bye.